Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Ice Cream for Breakfast. Today we are going to be talking about the magic that is Disney. And specifically, if you want to make it a magical trip, here are a couple of tips and tricks from someone who knows, i.e. me, that hopefully will make your trip a little bit smoother and a little bit less stress-free. So to start off with, I know a lot of people always wonder, like, if you've been to Disney World when you were a kid, why would you want to go as an adult? And to that I say, Disney World is actually, I think, more built for adults than it is children. And especially if you know how to navigate the parks, how to make the reservations, and all of the other tips and tricks that if you are interested, I will happily do another video on. It actually is a really cool vacation. So this year, my daughter and I, Aiden, come over here and say hello, with those things not behind your ears. My daughter and I. Hello. Nope, bend down. You see you're in the frame. Yeah. Come close, come close. Now we can see you. That's my daughter, Aiden. She's 15, and the two of us are heading off to Orlando tomorrow morning to partake in the parks and have an awesome time. So as I was packing, I realized that there's a lot of things, some cool things that I do that a lot of people probably should do if they want a stress-free trip, and I thought I'd share them with you. So let's start off with my number one tip. I have to give big props to my friend Kevin for this one, because after he gave me this tip, the next time we went to the parks, this was a lifesaver. As you know, Florida is very humid and dare I say moist. And there is a huge rainy season. It's Florida, it's gonna rain. And a lot of people get caught because they go to the parks in the morning and it's all sunny and warm, and then all of a sudden a thunderstorm or rain will show up out of nowhere, and they are left running to pay, you know, a good chunk of money for one of the Disney ponchos that they then have to put back in their carrier and carry it through the parks when the sun comes back out. Not so. These are dollar store ponchos. And I got mine at the Dollarama, but you can get them at any dollar store. The deal with these ponchos is that you grab a whole bunch for your family, and when it's finished raining, because they're only $1, you can throw them out. So you don't have to carry them throughout the parks, and you're not gonna spend $20 on a rain poncho. Number one tip, go to the dollar store and get yourself some cheap but rain ponchos. Secondly, it's on the lines that it's hot and it's humid. You kind of get sticky. Your face is kind of gross. You know, during the day, you're gonna feel yucky. This is where these come in. These are these ones are makeup removers, but you can get like the baby wipes or whatever. Just kind of wipe around your face, your hands, whatever, feel a little more refreshed. Is a great kind of pick me up. But once again, you don't have to buy expensive kinds. You can buy no-name brands, and they do just as well. So pack that in your bag. Speaking of bag, Aiden, can you go get me my special bag? I know this is completely uncool, although from my understanding, Dwayne Johnson has made it cool again this year. But invest, go on Amazon and get yourself a fanny pack. And the reason being is that if you go into the parks, your bags will be searched, okay? So if you have these huge big backpacks, huge big bags, first of all, it's a pain in the ass, it's extremely hot, completely bothersome to take it on the rides. Yes, there's lockers there, but once again, you're spending money. So spend $12 on Amazon, get yourself a fanny pack, and then fit everything that you would need for the day in it. Okay, so things like your wet wipes and your cheap ponchos if you know it's going to rain that day. Also, what I like to do is I buy these hand sanitizer little toilettes. What are they called? Individually wrapped wipes, but you know what I'm talking about. What are they called? Toilettes? No. The things that you get at Kentucky Fried Chicken, like, what are they called?
Wipes?
Anyways, toilets, I don't know. Toilets. You buy these, the individual ones, and you can put those into your fanny pack as well. And that kind of helps too when you're touching a lot of doorknobs and a lot of, you know, ride bars and things like that. Wipe your hands consistently so that way you don't get sick, you don't pick up something from some germ-ridden child or otherwise. Those are also a good deal. One thing I've learned too is expect the unexpected. So you can go down to the parks and guaranteed someone's gonna get a blister, or you're gonna need a Band-Aid or some gauze or some Advil. And this is where you invest in one of these little first aid kits. Very, very small. I got mine at the dollar store again. You can toss it in your bag and you're great for anything. If not, they do have all of this stuff. Keep in mind, they have all of this stuff at the parks, but you're gonna be paying an arm and a leg for it. You don't need to. Go to the dollar store ahead of time and get yourselves some of these. I also like to take one of these pill carriers and I fill it up with things like Advils, vitamins, maybe you are on some medication, you need to take it, and just fill it up so that way you're not carrying all the bottles. Things like this for heartburn, which by the way, I advise you to take some heartburn pills. You may never suffer from heartburn, and bully for you. But if you're eating a lot of the Disney foods, sometimes some of the stuff's not gonna agree with you, and you're gonna need to have some heartburn meds. So buy them now, which is a lot cheaper. Another big, huge tip, go to the Disney store or go online and shop prior to your trip. The temptation when you're down in Disney is that you buy all of these t-shirts and all of these souvenirs and you're spending money like crazy, and you finish your vacation, you think, holy shit, I just spent $200 on a whole bunch of t-shirts. Save yourself the hassle. Go into the Disney store ahead of time. They always have really good deals on t-shirts. Purchase your Disney gear prior to the trip. It will save you a lot of money. One thing I did discover this year, do you want to grab me the shirt? Is we always saw the people in the parks that had these cool matching shirts or customized shirts, and I thought, well, where the hell do you get those? And I did actually discover a website, which I'll probably link down below, but I ordered specialty shirts ahead of time, prior to the trip, so that we weren't tempted to buy, you know, like a $40 t-shirt. We've actually already got really cool shirts that are personalized to us prior to the trip. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you're in the Florida sun. And if you're a redhead like me, the sun is not your friend. And you will wear sunscreen like it's your career. But one thing I learned the hard way one year is that I didn't pack this solar cane. You may not need to use it, but my God, if you do have to use it, it is awfully nice to have. So yeah, pack some solar cane in your bag, just to be safe. Of course, you'll also be packing a lot of your sunscreen. Please pack sunscreen. Sunscreen is also stupidly expensive at the Disney parks, so buy it prior. Aiden, can you think of anything else that would be a good tip?
For like bringing stuff or packing?
Yeah, bringing stuff, packing things. I mean, I'm usually the one that packs everything, but what do you think is a good tip?
Ooh.
Oh my God, I can't believe I almost forgot. Can you go grab my shoes?
Yeah.
The one thing I learned the hard way is that however many pairs of shoes you think you need at the park, you don't. Don't pack them. They will literally waste away. And the only shoe you actually need in the park is a very good, comfortable running shoe. Sure, it is not the most fashionable thing, and maybe you're not going to look like a fashion diva as you stroll through the Magic Kingdom. However, I should let you know a fun fact. Disney World is the size of Manhattan, and people don't realize that. They think that they can just tool around in these fancy high-heeled, shoes or these designer flip-flops or whatever. You can't. You will be in pain. Your feet will be bleeding by the end of the day, and you're going to be praying for death. So save yourself the hassle. Invest in a really good pair of runners. It's got some good support, nice heel support and whatever, and trust me, your feet will thank you, and you will thank me, because you will not be back at the hotel room dying. I think that's it for packing stuff. I hope I gave you something of interest. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. Keep in mind, I've only slept for 4 hours and I've traveled from across the country to come get my daughter today, and then tomorrow we're heading out to Orlando. The one thing I cannot recommend enough, and this is truly my last object, are these Ziploc bags. Ziploc bags are handy. If you're packing all of your luggage, you're going to want to put your shampoos, lotions, things like that in your Ziploc bags in case they explode or open in your suitcase. You don't want that. Secondly, on your way back home, you're gonna need them, because you're gonna need them for things like damp bathing suits, damp face cloths, maybe all your soaps and lotions, that's all gonna be in there. But there's a myriad of uses you can use with these Ziploc bags that will only benefit you. And once again, a couple of dollars, and you just put a whole bunch in your suitcase and away you go. So Ziploc bags is my final tip for the day. God, I'm tired. I can't wait to be in the Magic Kingdom tomorrow. Maybe on another Disney video, I'll tell you exactly why my love affair with Disney exists, even though I am almost 48 years old. And in the meantime, guys, I guess I want you guys to have a great weekend. Weekend? No, week, because tomorrow will be Sunday, and this is when this video is launching. Have a great week. Thursday, we will come to you from the parks and give you some kind of ins and outs of each of the parks. So Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and of course, the Magic Kingdom. And then of course, I'll be back in rainy BC after that, and it will be business as usual. Aiden, would you like to say anything?
No, not particularly.
Teenage Girl Squad. Okay, guys, have a fantastic week, and I will see you later. Ciao. Say bye. Be polite and say bye.
Bye.
Bye.